Hello guys, I've never made a video like this before and it's my fifth time saying that. Dude, it's so hard to make commentary videos, how do you even talk about stuff? Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna try again and I'll see what happens. So, I wanna talk about how tiring it is to exist, like simply just exist in 2026. Because the times right now, everything is just terrible. The job market, the people, not really the people, but everyone's becoming angrier, everyone's becoming more mean, and it just feels like I just don't really know what to do about that. And I try to keep being myself, but it's really hard because I'm so exhausted with everything that's happened. So there's a few things that happened this month. Before I talk about them, I want to say that December was actually a really good month, despite everything. I had like 16 or so days off of my work, of my job, and then I managed to go to Greece with my parents, despite our odds, and that was pretty fun. I'm glad I went with them. And we came back this month on the 3rd of it, like the 2nd I think. And so, after a few days, that's when I started to go very wrong. And something between me and a coworker I really liked happened, and so nothing worked out in the end. We still talk to each other. It's like a sad romantic story, I guess, that didn't work out, but yeah. I'm still pretty depressed over it, but I don't think it's affecting me that much anymore. I just think that everything else is too much now. Like, I was already having a terrible day at work on like the 22nd or whatever, and then I opened Twitter at work, and the first thing I see is that the fucking tweet about Tiger. And I instantly think, oh, it's just another, like, fake, it's just some fake accusations, right? And then a second later I see just the absurd amount of likes it has, you know. It had like 700 or something likes probably. And so I just start like getting really mad. I was like, there's no way Tiger is a terrible person. Like I considered him as a friend. I supported him for years on end, and it just really hurt to see that. And then later that day, I was still at work. I managed to find time to read that document, and I couldn't read all of it. It just got to a point where it was just too hard to continue reading, and it just made me so depressed. Like, you just never know who's the next person that will get exposed to be a terrible person. As a side note, I don't care how I play this seed, I'm kinda just stalking and playing slow. So, I'm sorry if you came here to watch a run. Yeah. Just don't know who's gonna get exposed anymore. Like everyone could tell ties with Tiger MCSR and he just doesn't exist in MCSR anymore, thankfully. And yeah, so on that day after I saw that, I was just so pissed I couldn't work anymore. And I already talked to my manager about quitting because I was just way too overwhelmed. I didn't want to work in the slightest. And she proposed the idea of like letting me get an unpaid leave for like a week or so. And that was the original plan, but like it was gonna start at the start of this week. But when I saw the Tiger document, I just straight up went to her and asked her to extend it and for me to go into that unpaid leave immediately. And initially she disagreed and she said that it's not possible for her to do that. But then later that day she asked me to come into her office to sign some stuff for it, and then she told me that I'll be taking the break I wanted and that she decided to just give it to me. You know, I mean, I don't really know why she did that. It to me it's pretty obvious that if I'm not working there at all, they just won't be able to maintain the shop very well at all. And so I'm thankful that, I'm really thankful that you should let me have it, because I'm just really broken inside. And so far I've spent, the only thing I've done this past week and more of this break is just like playing MCSR VCing until like 5 AM. It's just peak depression, you know. I don't know if I have depression, but I probably do. And the reason I'm making this video is because, like, the reason I want to talk about how I feel and how I might just, like, I might just disappear one day, to be honest, is just cause I'm really tired of existing on that. Yesterday I don't know if I can call it a panic attack, but I just felt really terrible. I just went to lay on my bed. I ended up like fainting in my bed for like an hour. Then I woke up and I don't think I've ever been this tired after waking up from a nap before. It didn't even feel like a nap at all. And so I don't know, I just couldn't sleep until like 5 AM again, despite being so tired. I went into the DMs of some of my friends. I'm not gonna go back to read what I said. It was just like most of it was probably incoherent, like doomsday kind of stuff. And I just don't know how I'm gonna continue moving forward after all that's happened. And it's crazy if you think about it. Like, at the start of the month, I was at the peak of my life. I was like so happy. I still miss speedrunning Minecraft. I was probably gonna come back to it no matter what happened, but I just can't believe in such a short amount of time your life can just turn so upside down. It's kind of insane. And so I just don't know how to fix my life anymore. I don't know what to do anymore because I have to keep working. I mean, I want to make it to TwitchCon, you know? That's like still 3 months or so away. That's still a very long time, and making it to TwitchCon is going to be extremely difficult with this mindset I have right now of never wanting to work ever again. But I'll try it anyways. I mean, if I don't get to TwitchCon, I just don't know what I'll do. I'll probably be more depressed than ever. And so, another problem arises, because I'm so broken and stuff. After I make it past TwitchCon, then what? If I somehow keep working these 3 to 4 months, then what do I do? Because I just know I won't find another job in real life. I've already exhausted. Like, I went to this 9-month period where I applied to like every possible thing. I didn't like a single job, no one hired me, and it's just terrible. The job market for people who are just becoming adults is horrifyingly bad. And I don't know how it even got to this point, but I just hope it somehow fixes itself because I can't stand this world anymore. Like, it's really sad what's happening around the world, and it's really sad that I can't really do anything about it. Yeah. Like, I don't want to work anymore at all. I just don't want to do anything anymore. All I really care about now is Minecraft speedrunning, which is very unhealthy. Like, I should care at least a little bit about my life, but I don't. And I feel like, I don't know, this is probably false, but I feel like I'm close to losing all my friends. I don't know why. I just feel like not many people like me anymore. I just messed up my sense. Oh god. It's true. And it really sucks because I wish I could be happy again, you know? I wish I could be happy, but I can't. Because everything that's been happening the past this whole month has just been like heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak, and at some point it gets really tiring. And you'd think that at some point you'd get numb from all these bad things happening. but you just don't. You just don't feel no matter how, at least for me. I just get worse and worse and worse, and there's no end in sight. And yeah, I feel like I've said most of the stuff I wanted to say. So I'll try to complete this endgame really fast, but I just don't have a plan ahead of me. I don't see a single like option in which I get to live happily again, because I just don't know how to continue moving forward. Like, let's talk about speedrunning for a bit. I started practicing everything with like the confidence of me eventually becoming a top runner in like a year, 2 years. I don't really care how long it takes, I just want to get good at this game for once. But I've been practicing so many of these top runner tech and stuff, and it's just so hard to keep track of everything. Like, I just finished learning the top runner routes for every single bastion, and as you can probably guess, the worst one by far is stables. There's 1,000 variations, 1,000 routes. The routes themselves aren't very different, but they're just extremely hard to pull off. And I just don't think I have the mechanics to pull them off sometimes. There's like a 90% chance I die in all of them, and I'm trying to learn the beefs out of funnel, but it's really not going great. Like, it's really not going great at all. I have no game sense anymore, I don't know what happened to that. It just feels like I lost all my skills since I quit for a few months. And I don't know how to get it back. Like, it's really easy to say that you just have to play more, you know? Just play more ranked, more RSG, more practice. But it just feels like that's not gonna work at all. And the only thing I got going for me in my life is, unironically, just getting good at Minecraft. As sad as it sounds. And it just feels impossible for me to achieve that. It feels like I'm past my prime. And I don't know, I mean, the run I just played there, now I know I just played it doubtfully, but I'm not focusing the slightest on this run. I'm kinda just talking about what I have in my mind. None of this is scripted, I had no plans of even recording these videos, I probably said. I just wanted to spew out my thoughts on how it feels to be alive in 2026 for me. And it's just horrible. If I had the option to not be born, like especially right now, I'd probably pick that. I might just pick that, to be honest. Because like I have so many awesome friends that support me and stuff. But you got to understand that at some point the negatives become too much. Like, the negatives become more than the positives, if you know what I mean, and it just becomes too much. And like, no matter how many positive things happen, it just feels like even more negative things happen to bring me down completely. And I really don't like how this is going. Like, I really wish I could have a bright future ahead of me, but let's be real, I just don't want to work or study, I just want to do what I like. But it's obvious that I can't do any of that, because, you know, you're expected to just go and work and work and work endlessly with no breaks. Your mother died? Who cares, man? You have to show up to work tomorrow. You have a broken leg? Yeah, who cares? You just heal that up and go to work immediately after. Oh, you're sick? You only have like 3 sick days or something. If you're lucky enough to have a job for more than 6 months, cause you know... I heard at work, if you haven't worked like there for 6 months, you just can't take any days off, and I find that ridiculous. I don't know if that's true, but I just find it genuinely ridiculous that's even a thing. And like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense for me to keep living, like, it's all just so painful and not worth it. And yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say. I'm sure it was the most incoherent thing of all time, and I hope at least you understood my point. Living right now is just really exhausting and tiring, and I don't want to exist anymore. And I hope it gets better. I usually try to have some positivism. I usually try to have some positivity in me, but you know, that doesn't really exist anymore. I'm kind of just ignoring all of my problems by playing Minecraft right now and making this video. And yeah, I'll see you next video. Bye bye.